A new review of public school spending finds that Texans are paying more than $50,000 per pupil. Yes, you heard that right. This is Friday, December 20th, 2024.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
We've made it to Friday. Thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. A state lawmaker wants to let Texans use gold and silver as legal tender. You'll find out what that entails coming up. Charges against a Guatemalan illegal alien have been raised from harboring a runaway child to now child trafficking and sexual assault of a child. The case is related to a 16-year-old girl who went missing from Idaho. Allegedly, Ruben Aguilar paid $1,400 to arrange transportation for the teenager from Idaho to Houston. Records show Aguilar entered the United States illegally several years ago as an unaccompanied minor. 3 more educators have been nabbed in the last week over charges related to child pornography. The men worked in the Dallas, Leander, and Wall school districts. They were a music teacher, an assistant band director, and a retired principal. Republican State Representative Mark DeRazio of San Antonio wants to let Texans use gold and silver bullion as legal tender. Mr. DeRazio is invoking a frequently overlooked provision in the U.S. Constitution that would permit the state comptroller to authorize the use of gold and silver as currency. Historically, Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution has been used to prevent states from issuing paper money, but the clause also allows states to use gold and silver without permission from the federal government. Back in March, 76% of GOP voters supported a ballot measure testing interest in the concept. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Why get your news from people who don't share your values? Get news stories from Texas Scorecard. We provide real news for real Texans. Go to TexasScorecard.com today.
According to data reviewed by economist Vance Ginn, Texas taxpayers are paying more than $50,000 per pupil for the state's government-run schools. Dr. Ginn's calculated that when maintenance and operations and debt service taxes are combined with current levels of outstanding debt, the total per pupil cost is $50,334. Here's Dr. Ginn.
We have an overfunding and overspending problem in Texas, and more spending will never improve education outcomes in a flawed government school monopoly system.
In comparison, the average private school tuition is only $11,340. Meanwhile, data from Texas Policy Research finds that over the last 10 years, total government school spending has jumped approximately 45% from $60 billion to $92 billion. In that same time period, proficiency in 8th grade math has declined by 40%. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Michael Wilson, Adam Kahn, Aaron Anderson, and Luca Cacciatore. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.